Hello students, welcome to Social Science online classes. In this session, we shall discuss religious promoters and social reformers. In this chapter, you are going to learn India's religious reformers and their philosophy and teachings, the life and teachings of Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya and Basveshwara, the principles of Dvaita, Advaita and Vishishtadvaita. The period between 8th century and 13th century is very important in the socio-cultural history of India, because during this period Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya and Ramanujacharya living in India, and these three acharyas were the founders of three Vedic religions. The three Vedic religions are Dvaita, Advaita and Vishishta Dvaita. These are the three major philosophies. Okay. Then apart from these, Basveshwara of Kalyana declared social revolution against caste and gender based discrimination. Now we shall discuss in detail about the three acharyas. First we shall discuss about Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya, who propagated Advaita philosophy. Shankaracharya propagated Advaita philosophy. Shankaracharya was born in the village Kaladi in Kerala in a Nambudari Brahmin family. His father was Shivaguru and mother name was Aryamba. Shankara was very intelligent. At the age of 7 only, he had mastered all the scriptures. He learnt Vedas and Puranas from his teacher Govinda Pada. Okay, Shankaracharya studied the Upanishads and Brahma Sutras in depth. He propagated Advaita. He propagated Advaita philosophy. According to Advaita philosophy, Brahma is the absolute truth. According to Advaita philosophy, Brahma is the only truth, that is absolute truth, and the rest of the world is false. The soul is one with Brahma and life is not separate from Brahma. What he propagated in Advaita philosophy, that is Brahma is the absolute truth and rest of the world is false. The soul is Brahma and life is not separate from Brahma. Okay. Hence, we should go on the path of knowledge and realize the nature of the world. Ultimately, we should merge our Atma, that is soul, with the absolute truth. Only then we can attain moksha or liberation. So, this is the what he propagated in Advaita philosophy. Okay. Here, apart from this, according to him, the human soul has no separate existence, and he expressed this fact in the phrase Aham Brahmasmi. He declared that Brahma is a truth. It has no qualities, no shape. It means it is Nirguna, Nirakara and Nirvikara. Okay. Now let's know some of the important works of Shankaracharya. The important works of Shankaracharya, Anandalahari, Saundarya Lahari, Shivananda Lahari, Viveka Chudamani, Prabuddha Sudhakara and Dakshinamurti Stotra. His hymn Bhaja Govindam is world famous even today also. Okay. Shankaracharya traveled from Kanyakumari to Kashmir on foot and propagated his Advaita philosophy. So, in order to spread the message of his philosophy, he established 5 pitas. That is, pitas means institutions. So, in order to propagate his Advaita philosophy, in order to spread the message of his philosophy, he established 5 pitas in all the 4 directions. Okay, then he gave Indian thinking a new direction and inspiration. The 5 pitas established by Shankaracharya were Badari. In Badari, he established Jyotirpita. In Puri, he established Govardhana Pita, and in Kanchi, he established Kamakoti Pita, and in Dwarka, Kalika Pita, and in Sringeri, Sharda Pita. Okay. Have a look over here. Now let's discuss about the another philosopher, that is Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya was born in Sri Perambudur near Chennai. Keshava Somyaji was his father and his mother name was Kanti Mati. He studied Veda and Upanishads at Yadava Prakasha in Kanchi, the famous learning center in India, which was the famous learning center in India, that is Yadava Prakasha in Kanchi. It was the famous learning center in South India. Then he went to Sri Rangam and became the head of Mutt. Okay, then he became the head of Mutt. The Chola ruler, who was a Shaivite. Shaivite means a follower of, a devotee of Shiva. Okay. A Chola ruler who was Shaivite started pestering Ramanujacharya. He was invited by Bitti Deva, then the Hoysala king of Karnataka. Okay, Ramanujacharya was invited by Bitti Deva. He was the Hoysala king of Karnataka. It is said that later Bitti Deva accepted Vaishnava tradition and became Vishnuvardhana. First he was the follower of Shaivite, accepted Vaishnava tradition, and then he came to be called as Vishnuvardhana. Okay, Ramanuja went to Melukote and built Chaluvanarayana temple. And later what happened? Ramanujacharya went to Melukote and built Chaluvanarayana temple. Ramanujacharya had keen interest to show the path of salvation to the common people. His philosophy was called as Vishishta Dvaita. What was his philosophy called? His philosophy was called as Vishishta Dvaita. According to this philosophy, Jiva, that is, which is called as life, and Prakriti, nature, are under the control of Brahma. Both Atma and Paramatma cannot become one. Okay, what he propagated, that is, according to Vishishta Dvaita philosophy, Jiva and nature, that is, life and nature, are under the control of Brahma, and both Atma and Paramatma cannot become one simultaneously. At a time, they cannot become one. He said that world is the expressed manifestation of a Brahma and world is a reality. What he said? He said he expressed world is the expressed manifestation of Brahma, and world is a reality. In order to achieve mukti, bhakti and prapti, that is in order to achieve mukti, that is salvation, bhakti and prapti, that is complete service to God, are important. Okay. Ramanujacharya criticized caste system. What he did? He criticized caste system and preached his teachings to one and all. He taught them to stay away from desires and surrender themselves to the God with complete devotion. He advocated people to surrender themselves to the God without complete devotion. So, this way he advocated bhakti patha for moksha. He said that to attain moksha, ultimately to attain moksha, one has to follow the bhakti path. Ramanujacharya studied many religious texts and wrote many books. Some of his important books are Vedanta Sangraha, Vedanta Sara, Vedanta Deepika, and Sri Vyasa. He has given importance and prominence to Bhakti path in his important book called Gita Vyasa. Then the saint Ramananda and Raidas of North India were greatly influenced by Ramanujacharya's philosophy, that is Vishishtadvaita. Similarly, the Aravidu and Tuluva dynasties of Vijayanagara kingdom were the followers of this philosophy. Okay, now we shall study about Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya propagated Dvaita philosophy. Okay, Madhvacharya propagated Dvaita philosophy. Madhvacharya was born in Pajaka village near Udupi in Karnataka. His father name was Madhva Geetha Bhatta. His father name was Madhvageha Bhatta and mother name was Vedavati. Lord Vishnu was their family deity. It is said that at a very tender age, he displayed abundant knowledge. He had his education in Vedas and Upanishads. He had his education in Vedas and Upanishads from Achyuta Preksha. The same teacher later inducted Madhvacharya into sannyasa. While studying under his guru, Madhvacharya independently gained great knowledge about the religious scriptures and defeated his guru in a debate. He advocated Dvaita philosophy. Dvaita means two. What do you mean by Dvaita? Dvaita means two. According to this philosophy, the human soul and the divine soul are separate. What he advocated? He advocated Dvaita philosophy, and according to this philosophy, the human soul and the divine soul are separate. So, in order to propagate his philosophy, Madhvacharya took to pilgrimage. He bought Lord Krishna's idol, which was hidden in a muddy hillock called Gopi Chandana, and installed it in Udupi. Later, To enable regular worship of Lord Krishna, he established 8 mutts called the Ashtamats. Okay. The Ashtamats were Palimaru, Adamaru, Krishnapura, Puttige, Shiruru, Sode, Kaniyuru and Pejavara mutts. Okay. Then Maya or illusion. It is as true as Paramatma or divine soul. Between these, the divine soul is independent and the rest of the world is illusionary, or the rest of the world is Maya. The divine soul and the human soul have a lord and servant relationship. What does he advocate? The relationship between the divine soul and the human soul is like a lord and servant relationship. Lord Vishnu or Narayana alone is supreme. According to this philosophy, Lord Vishnu or Narayana is only a supreme God. Worship of Lord Vishnu can elevate the human soul and thus enable it to attain moksha. Okay, so this is what he advocated. Then some of the important works of Madhvacharya are some of the important works of Madhvacharya are Gita Abhyasa, Gita Tatparya Nirnaya, Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya, Bhagavata Tatparya, Vishnu Tatparya Nirnaya, Mayavada Khandane, etc. Okay. Later, the philosophy of Madhvacharya was popularized by Padmanabha Tirtha, Narahari Tirtha, Vijayendra Tirtha and Vadiraja Tirtha and others. Now we shall discuss about Basveshwara, the another philosopher. Basveshwara. Basveshwara is the most prominent social reformer of medieval Karnataka. Basveshwara and his disciples advocated Veerashaiva philosophy. What they advocated? They advocated Veerashaiva philosophy, which was based on simple human values. They rejected the numerous rituals deeply rooted in the Vedic religion. Okay, they rejected some of the rigid rituals which were present in the Vedic religion. Basveshwara was the son of Madarasa and Madalambike of Bagewadi of present Vijaypura. Basveshwara was a strong opponent of caste system and he threw away the sacred thread after his Upanayana, which is after the Upanayana ceremony. Then he went to Kudala Sangama. He took Linga Diksha from Shaiva Guru and started practicing meditation. Though Basveshwara became the treasury head of Kalachuri Bijala king, he remained unmoved by money, status and power. He was not influenced by the wealth or the status or the power, though he was working as a treasurer in Kalachuri Bijala king's court. He dedicated avails from the society. He remained committed to the revival of a social centric religion. Then Basavana started these socio-religious movements from Mangalakeda. Shiva Sharana should never discriminate anyone on the basis of caste, and he also said that purity is the only way to attain mukti or salvation. Basvanna advocated self reliance and insisted one should earn one's living. Apart from this, he also declared no profession is more important or less. And he also declared work is worship. He nurtured the culture of work is worship through his physical labor philosophy. By declaring body as a temple, Basveshwara tried to implement work is worship philosophy in life. Basavana started a Sharana spiritual center called Anubhava Mantapa at Basava Kalyana of present Bidar. Here, all Sharanas, including Basveshwara and others, engaged in meaningful discussions on various socio-cultural issues like gender discrimination and caste system. They were also discussing the shortcomings of religions and were suggesting remedies to these issues like gender discrimination and caste system. They were also, apart from this, they were insisting that one should remain transparent in his life and his external behavior and internal thinking should remain clean. Okay, so the vachanas written in simple Kannada, he wrote all his thoughts in a poetic expressions and they are called as vachanas. Okay, the poetic compositions, the vachanas are written in simple Kannada language so that could reach even a common people. So, all humans, he said that all humans are equal. No one is untouchable by birth. Only the ill thoughts and behavior makes a person an untouchable. He though vachanas, the vachanakaras, through vachanas, the vachanakaras try to identify the problems present in the society of their times. People from all walks of life, all walks of life took part in this Vachana movement. Have a look over here what he propagated. All humans are equal. No one is untouchable by birth. Only the profane thoughts, that is, ill thoughts and behavior, makes a person an untouchable, declared the Vachanas. Through Vachanas, the Vachankaras try to identify the problems present in the society of their times. People from all walks of life took part in this Vachana movement. ಅಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಭು, ಅಕ್ಕ ಮಹಾದೇವಿ, ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮ, ಮೋಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರಯ್ಯ, ಅಂಬಿಗರ ಚೌಡಯ್ಯ, ಮಡಿವಾಳ ಮಾಚಯ್ಯ, ಮಾದರ ಚೆನ್ನಯ್ಯ, ಹರಳಯ್ಯ, ಕಿನ್ನರಿ ಭೂಮಯ್ಯ and many others were the important Vachanakaras. Many Vachanakaras along Basveshwara who had kept formation of equal society as their goal have enriched and contributed a lot to society, culture and literature. Thank you. Have a good day.